JB, Tharp, I think. Cam Valdez got in for the first time. We had some young linemen get in. So certainly I think that was probably a result of how they indicated they wanted to play early in the game.
Coach, you kind of mentioned it, first goal accomplished with the 3-0 start. What do you feel like you learned, though, about your team after these 3 games?
Jared, I think maybe 2 things stand out just right now. Probably wasn't ready for that question, but it's a good question because I think, you look back on the first 2 games, resilient, first word, down 14 at half, down 7 at half, nobody bickering, nobody griping, nobody arguing, playing together, and then having a sense of urgency in the third quarter to tie games up and to take leads and then find ways to win at the end. I think I learned that I think we're in pretty good condition. I think we're kind of built for a fourth quarter game. And then to see the improvement in practice from week 2 to week 3. I think Sunday, I think these guys would probably tell you it was kind of tell the truth Sunday around here and Monday. And we got, I think our coaches were very, very direct. In the coaching world, they say you can coach harder off wins. And I think there's certainly a lot of truth to that, but our players responded. They were very, very coachable. And I thought Tuesday and Wednesday, and these guys could probably tell you, no lie, that was probably 2 of the more competitive practices that we've had. So we're learning how to practice in terms of that. And I didn't see any complacency. I see a hunger and I see a drive. And, the season's still young, but proud of them for doing what we set out to accomplish, and that was to be 3-0.
Points and yards tonight. Seemed like a big part of that was the offensive line playing better. You feel like that's what happened?
Seems like before, until you watch tape, it seems like we protected Tyler a lot better. I think just, I know I just said this to Chris Level on the radio. There was maybe 1 sack and a couple flushes that were more coverage driven where guys just didn't get open. But I thought we protected him a lot better tonight.
Coach, first couple of games it appeared to me that Rico Jeffers was sort of your primary blitzer from in the linebacker position. It looked to me tonight like Brandon Boyer Randall was getting upfield and pressuring a lot tonight. Was that something you were trying to develop with the defense or what was going on there?
Joe, not so much from an individual standpoint, but just maybe whatever KP's calling, because Schooler certainly comes off the edge. Rico and Brandon from the boundary at times. So, those guys, it's just really dependent on the defensive call. And not so much, hey, we're going to get Randall involved. But certainly he's a good blitzer. And I think he and Rico are probably our best 2 blitzing linebackers.
Coach, I know we were last week bugging you about other guys, getting involved and getting receptions, not just easy. What really worked in this game that really opened up to allow that to happen?
Well, like I said earlier, I think when you double cover easy with 2 guys and even a walked out linebacker at times, you start to thin the box and you thin the coverage. And KG showed up, Kuntz, Tharp, those tight ends, you start getting matchups on backers and safeties. And, I think at times we have an advantage with Kuntz and Tharp. And then KG on the perimeter, he kind of broke loose tonight and made some nice catches.
And specifically when you talk about the tight ends, how nice is that to see when you have these guys, they have that potential. You've talked about it in the off-season a lot. Whenever you see them have that type of production in a game like this just over and over, what does that do for you?
Yeah, it kind of fires me up. We've been saying around here we want to feature those guys at tight end. And certainly the first 2 games, you snap it 48 times and 52 times it's hard to get anybody the ball. When you only really play 3 quarters, I'm not sure how many snaps we had tonight. 70-something probably is my guess. But anytime you get to do that, you can spread the wealth around a little bit. And I think you saw those guys making plays.
Any other questions? Right down here. Go Jared and we'll go Don.
I know he had the fumble or the muff, but other than that, it seemed like Fry had a pretty good night in the return game.
Yeah, and I don't think it really, I don't know what the stat people are going to call it. It's not a fumble or a muff. It's probably just a bad decision to try to scoop it up. He actually thought it hit somebody. I couldn't see it kind of where I was standing. I was kind of shielded, Jarrett, so I don't know if it did or not, but he thought it hit one of our guys, and that's why he went aggressively at it. So.
Matt, will you tell us what
Yes, sir.
the reason Mannix did not play tonight?
Wasn't available.
Trey Cleveland's touchdown.
Great catch.
I was going to say, what did you think about his concentration, given that his
Phenomenal. Tyler put it in a spot where it was him or nobody, and he went up and made it, and his big time catch.
what did you think of the execution on those little play action passes, particularly the two Kuntz that went for the touchdowns?
Yeah, just nice job, nice play call, nice scheme from Sonny, I thought, and Tyler and him. You know, it's kind of a short, easy pass, to be honest with you. And Kuntz did a nice job of concentrating and getting in. But there's blocking down the field too for him, so those receivers did a nice job.
After Rico had a shot at an interception, didn't come up with it, he dropped and did 9 push-ups. Did he take that upon himself, or is that something coming from someone on the staff?
No, I mean, we do that in practice, so I'm not real sure. We barely got him off the field in time for punt return. So you're saying he did 9?
That's what I counted.
Because he's one short, isn't he? Muddy, you take care of that at practice tomorrow? He said Rico only got 9 push-ups. You get him? Okay. It's kind of embarrassing. He needs to just jog off the field and do them on Sunday, I think. 12 on the field, I know. We barely got him off the field. If he'd have done 10, we'd have got caught. Point well made, Don.
Sounds like a staff position for Don, be the push-up counter.
I'll let you guys work that out.
In there scoring a touchdown.
Yep.
How nice was it to have his presence
Good.
back on the field?
Yeah. He brings the juice to the sidelines. He brings an energy to that office. He's certainly a good back, and we love Sir Roderick. It's good to get him back and ready to go. I wish the game would have I don't wish the game would have dictated it, but I wish he could have gotten a few more snaps. I didn't want to put him in the fourth quarter when the score got a little bit extended. It wasn't worth it, but it was good. It's good to have him back. He got in, got hit, fell on his shoulder. Everything's good. So, here we go from now.
It's probably hard to say right now, but how do you feel like this game and these last 3 games have set you up to play Texas this week?
Yeah, I think certainly we found ways to win different ways. Been behind at halftime and had to have basically a tight red zone or a low red zone stand last week to win. This week, we're down 7-0, 7-7 through most of the first, and then we exploded on offense. Muddy's, pick 6, I think, highlighted it for us and kind of got us going a little bit on the sidelines, and we had a great second quarter. And then just coming out of halftime and extending the lead. So, certainly we found, those are kind of 3 different ways to win. So we'll take confidence in that.
And to go off Brady's question a little bit there, I know you've always talked about the process and the different goals you want to achieve. So now with that first goal being done of finishing non-conference undefeated, how does that help being able to build on that to whatever the next goals might be?
Well, it gives us confidence. Anytime you win and these guys can see what you're doing is working and their level of practice and the preparation and the confidence that they gain from it. I think they gain confidence in all of that. It also allows them, again, if we'll take the right mindset on Sunday and Monday to be really, really coachable, coach them hard, keep our expectation level really, really high, and find a way to improve this week and see if we can get better throughout the week.
This question is for Marquise Waters. Marquise, watching you from Little League at Atlantic High School and going to Duke, being able to cover you through your whole career, What is it about Texas Tech? I mean, you seem like this is the happiest you've been playing football since I know you, and I've been covering you for 14 years now.
It's just the energy, man. Everybody having fun. We built a great culture here. Everybody getting close, and we just built a family here. And it shows on the field every game that we played. So that's really what that is.
Muddy, starting with you, obviously you guys were behind right there after giving the punt right back. What did that do for you? Obviously you came in wanting to make plays, wanting to make such a game-changing one like that early on here in the non-conference. What did that do for you, and just what were all the guys saying to you when you got back over there?
It just built more confidence, just to play as myself and just like play with my teammates and just keep going. It brought a spark, and every game we need a spark. So we did it. I did it. It just like I said, it just brought a lot of confidence, to be honest with you.
How this defensive effort look for you know now finishing the non-conference, and really I guess an overall team effort, but for you guys on the defense after allowing a touchdown on the first drive, what did you see the rest of the game that was really working for you guys?
Just flying around having fun. That's the main thing. Just having fun every play. We make mistakes, but we know how to correct them. We correct them, and we just gonna come out there and do our best and finish the game strong.
And Tyler, I know you probably got sick of being asked it, but everyone asked about Easy, all the targets he's getting and everything. Now, this game, obviously, a lot of guys were there. What were you seeing out there? Was this something you've been working on for a while to see how many guys you could get in? It was just kind of what was available in the game, but what was it that allowed 11 guys to be able to get involved this week?
Yeah, I mean, it was just like Coach Wells said, it was just part of the progression. Guys were getting open. I think traditionally in the past couple of games, Easy was getting open, and sometimes he was the first read, so I'm not going to pass him up, and vice versa. So, I mean, our wide receivers, tight ends like Coons and Mason, KG, Trey Cleveland, Loic, JB, they're all getting open, and they're doing a great job. I mean, obviously the offensive line, I had tons of time to throw. I mean, really the only sack was really my fault. I ran right into the guy, so I mean, that wasn't even on Josh. So they did a great job. They played their butts off, and that was our main goal coming in this game. It was on all of us to protect the quarterback better, and it starts out with me going through my reads, making sure I'm throwing the ball away, and obviously it went down the line. So I was really really proud of them.
Tyler, for you from week 1 to now, how much more comfortable do you feel in the offense, and how do you feel like you guys are gelling?
Yeah, I mean, I think we get better every week. That's been our goal is every day, every practice. We're going to practice even harder coming into this week because we practiced harder, past week. We got to keep going. We're not satisfied with the result of the Indy game. So we're figuring, we're trying to prioritize growth over outcome is basically what we're trying to do. So, I'm really proud of them, and I think a lot of the guys and everyone on the team knows that, it's just getting started. We finally, I think we found kind of what we're trying to be as an offense and also on as a team. And really we have the ability to mix it up as well. So I think just finding that confidence and keep going from there.
And then, Buddy, for you, what do you feel like you've learned from the defense as a whole, obviously stepping up big in the past couple of games?
Now we have a lot of playmakers. Everybody come to play every week, and everybody just a lot of confidence, and everybody getting comfortable with the schematics, and just looking forward to this season, the rest of the season.
Tyler, you said that you feel like the offense knows, what it is now, what you want to be in the team. What is the offense's identity?
I think we just, like he said, we have a lot of playmakers and trying to get the ball to those playmakers and really just run behind that O-line. We have the ability to run the ball, take shots down the field, spread it to a lot of guys on the field. So just kind of utilize what we have, utilize the talent on the field, and really just play football. I think, like Coach Wells was talking about, we really have learned to fight and really gel and stay together. So I think that was kind of the building block as really of any really good and trying to be a great team is that you got to play together, play well together, and gel as a unit. So I think that those first 2 weeks, that's what it was about. And this week, just really putting a stamp on it, trying to get better going forward.
Marquise, you talked about providing a spark on that play, but can you take us through what you saw on that play and how you were able to make it?
Yeah, we were in man. He went across the field, and he threw the ball, and I realized he threw it, so I just caught it. And my first mindset was just get to the end zone. That's pretty much what that was.
Marquise, when was the last time you scored a touchdown?
High school.
Beach days?
Delray Beach, Atlantic days, running back.
Running back?
Yes, sir.
We got you ball. Guys, there's been a lot of discussion in camp and whatnot about who the fastest players are on the team. Was that your opportunity to show what you had speed-wise?
I was a little tired on that play. I wouldn't say that was my fastest on that play, but it'll do for now.
No, he was moving. he was moving.
Tyler, that was 399 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks, 11 different receivers. That was your best game since when, would you say?
I mean, obviously last year, but I couldn't pick a certain game. I don't really care about last year anyway, so I think we're focused on going forward this week. I know, I mean, there's a lot left out on the field, some bad balls, missed opportunities, and really we could have had a lot more yards and touchdowns. So I think we're just going to keep getting better going into this week.
The deep ball that you threw to Kalen for 52 yards, that was 2 plays after their cornerback came out with an injury.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all want to go specifically at the guy who just came in?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think there were some aspects. I mean, after it, we realized, who he was. But I think we just had supreme confidence, and I had supreme confidence in KG that, it was going to be one-on-one, and I knew he was going to run right by him regardless of who it was. So I think that's our wide receivers have shown the ability to get open, no matter, if they're a veteran guy or a young guy, whatever team they play for.
And how did you see your pass to Trey that he came down with at the back of the end zone?
You said Trey?
Yeah.
Oh, it was an awesome play by him. I like I said before, it was one-on-one on third down, and really just tried to give him a shot and put it out there. Could have been a little bit better spot, fluttered a little bit, but I mean he made a great play. Obviously with PI as well, a guy holding on to him, so that was a huge catch by him, and obviously great protection by the line because that was a big focus this week on third downs and obviously in big passing downs that we really got to hold up and I got to get it out.
You came up limping there one time in the second half. How are you feeling?
I feel good. It's just a bruise. I mean, the guy just kind of like put my knee into the ground, so I'll be good. It was just a little hurting, obviously going into halftime, but it was good to get back out there and loosen up.
All right, we'll finish with Bill with this, Kurt. Mud, what was so key for you guys in slowing down the running back price this week and just in general for the first couple of weeks in the season? You guys have been pretty good stopping the run.
That was the big. We knew he was a playmaker coming to this game, so our mentality was to stop the run. And we seen a lot of film and what he did, so our mentality, like I said, was to stop the run and just put on the heart.
And then Tyler, you talked a bit about it before, but how comfortable did you feel back there in the pocket with the time your offensive line was giving you, scanning the field and going through your reads?
Right. No, it's supreme confidence and comfortability. It's just really when you have time to go through exhaust every read, and then obviously try and make a play yourself. And it's awesome because the wide receivers are going to get open, and it's my job to sit in there and find the open guy. So I'm really proud of them the way they played, and I think this week of practice reflected it, and I think everyone knows that we're going to have another great week of practice, and it's only going to get tougher from here. So. People are going to be banged up. It's going to get tiring. It's going to get long, but this is what we work for. So we're excited.
All right, thanks guys. We'll
Appreciate it.
Kalen Geiger.
Kalen, kind of a breakout game for you. Talk about your play tonight and how you coordinated your effort with the quarterback.
Well, I play every game to my best ability, and I knew this was a big game for us. So I really just played my best. It really wasn't a plan or anything that I thought I was going to get the ball or anything. I just played my game.
Kalen, for you, what's it like whenever it's that many guys are getting involved and you just keep finding it coming your way? What's that like? Do you feel like you're in a groove, or what's that like in the middle game when you've already had 3 or 4 catches or so?
Yeah, you definitely be in the groove. You feel hot. You getting the ball. You know what I'm saying? You getting touches. Everybody getting the ball. We just having fun. That's a part of playing football. So that was pretty cool. It's good.
And Travis, for I guess for the group first, the tight ends, we've heard the last couple off seasons how Coach Wells and staff want to get the tight ends involved and everything. And it wasn't just you. It feels like every tight end on the roster was getting involved in this game just in general. What do you think was working to get, that? It's just that's a different type of mismatch than receiver. So what do you think was working in this game for you guys to get involved?
I just felt like we were heavy run at first, so they were playing downhill pretty fast, flying downhill, and they left us open in the back end.
Now, for you personally, I think you had the most catches in the game tied with Kalen. You're right up there, right? Yeah. So how many times did that happen for you being a tight end? I know that doesn't usually happen in games. So what is that like for you to have that type of game?
It was nice to finally, for the quarterback to show the big guy some love, for sure. So it was good. It felt good. So that's pretty much it.
You ever say anything to Tyler or Henry or anyone like that, like, hey, guys, we're open? Anything along those lines, like, hey, spread around?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all the time.
Kalen, for you first. Obviously, coming in 3-0, how does that, set you guys up? How does that give you confidence, and how do you feel going into Big 12 play now?
Yeah, I feel like it gives us a lot of confidence. Like Tyler was saying, like we prepare. We prepare for this. And we 3-0. You know what I'm saying? And that comes from how we practice. And I feel like going into the Big 12, we excited. And I feel like it's gonna be a great year.
And Travis, 2 scores tonight. You obviously put in a lot of work and a lot of time here at Tech. Does it feel like it's finally paying off?
Yeah, honestly it does. It's like my 3rd year here, and my first 2 didn't really get that many touches. But yeah, this year's coming along. We added some new changes to help that, so it feels pretty good.
Does it feel like the offense was a huge part in kind of helping that?
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah.
Any further questions? One for Don in the front.
Just going back and looking at the play-by-play, I counted 4 different series that you were targeted on the first play of the series, and I think caught 3 balls, and then another one was incomplete on a deep route. Did you know from a script standpoint that they're coming to you to start series?
Yes, sir. We worked on that at practice, drive starters. Yeah, we worked on a lot of drive starters this week, so I knew the first play of the game, I knew I was going to get the ball.
Yeah. And asked Tyler earlier, when that 52-yard catch that you made deep, their starting cornerback had gone out a couple of plays before. When you're a receiver, does your eyes kind of light up when you say, okay, there's a new guy in here, I'm fixing to take advantage of him?
To be honest, it didn't matter who was out there. I mean, it was going to be the same result. I feel like, like I was saying earlier, I play my best every play, so. Yeah, I really wasn't even focused on the corner. I was focused on the route.
Got one more over here.
Kalen, as a guy who came in later, can you sort of feel yourself getting more familiar with the offense and developing more chemistry with Tyler as the season goes along?
Yes, sir. Since I've been here, like I mentioned to a lot of other coaches and everything, since I've been here, everybody welcomed me with open arms, and just practicing and just being around everybody, everybody in great spirits, everybody just love football. And that's what I love to be around. So I feel like our chemistry ain't gonna do nothing but get better, so that's a great feeling. I'm just glad to be here.
And Travis, Coach Wells talked a little bit about you guys had a hard week of practice sort of after that SFA game. As an older guy on the team, what was your message to the team about what you guys should be going forward after that game?
I just felt like after that game, from the start, we didn't have the energy we needed, and we were just kind of taking them lightly. So my message to the team is we can't do that again this week, and just don't take your opponent lightly.